Hey everyone, Jaden Clark here. So my neighbour just knocked on our back garden door and he bought me a little pet. Come here. Here we are. Now that is a proper big house spider. Now Dizzy, my housemate, absolutely hates them, literally just freaked out just now. But personally, I've always just found arachnids in general quite fascinating. I mean, I like snakes, insects in general, but, you know, spiders. Especially like that one. Just trying to figure out what I should actually name. I mean, yeah, look at them. Right. Man, you should be able to see it. Look at that. I mean, I know people hate spiders now, but do you know what? Like, one thing that my mum did from a young age that I actually really do appreciate was that when it came to my older sister hated anything like this completely. I was a bit half and half. I was like, you know, I can understand that they're creepy, and I was a bit like, keep away from me. But going to pet shops and picking up like snakes and going and living in an army base where there was adders, you see a lot of garden spiders, house spiders. But my little sister, my mum, I don't know how she did this, but she pretty much at the age of 2 got a spider like this and just put it on my sister's hand, and my sister Emma Jane, she was just absolutely fine with it. And then she grew up with things like injured bees. We had a load of birds that were injured, and my sister just had this way with animals. It was absolutely strange. And I remember one time I would have been 11, so she would have been 4 years old. And it was just at the army base after our second year living there. And yeah, there was one, like, I'd say, to be honest, like, in terms of size-wise, because obviously I was younger then, I would say either the same or slightly about like 10% bigger than this. It was just in the house now, it was in my older sister's room. She freaked out, like, badly, like, literally freaked out, like, a lot. And it made us laugh. And then my little sister just picked it up and was like, "Mum, look, a spider." And Mum was just kind of looking, going, "Oh, that's a big one, isn't it?" And yeah, we ended up walking out the front door, and all of my friends now were just kind of watching. And my little sister's there with a huge spider, probably fitting the entirety of her hand. And we got to a tree, and my sister put on a tree, not knowing that's where me and my friends sit. For about 2 weeks, we were afraid to even sit on that tree. Just the idea that the spider was just lingering there just freaked us out. I mean, look at that. It's actually cleaning its mouth. I mean, where else are you really going to see that? You can see it just chomping down. I mean, I suppose that's the arachnid equivalent of finger licking good. I suppose because I got sodium in my sweat that it's probably might be licking that, kind of like the moths do. But yeah, so I mean, I don't usually just do this, but I just thought, you know, it's a funny story. It was just so odd that I'm downstairs talking to my housemate's girlfriend out with her mum, just talking about jobs. And then all of a sudden, knock, and there's David now with a freaking cup, and like, "Oh, look how big this is!" And I'm there, and I'm removing his post from the top that he's closed the glass with, and then I picked up the glass and I just turned on my hand, and he was like, "Nah, you're crazy," and then I just put it on my hand, just literally like that, and he stepped away. So I'm guessing it was his partner that saw it in the bathroom that creeped out. But yeah, just I don't know. This is where I really wish I had good HD quality. But look at it. It actually is like finger licking good. I really do wonder, like, it's eating something. I really wish I had HD on this. But, you know, from all angles. I mean, that's the size. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. It's a good looking spider. Right. As good looking as a spider can get. Let's not put that anywhere. But yeah, I mean, Comment below, like, what kind of insects or just in general animals do you find that other people are afraid of that you're just like, I mean, there was a time in school, it would have been Warren in Treble Heath. I think it's part of Dagenham in East London, year 9. And there was a wasp, and I'm pretty sure I was in science. Or no, it was geography. Yeah, science was a complete other building. And there must have been about, what, like 35 of us? And suddenly there's this wasp, and you just see this. So he was preparing for a meal, was like, oh. Yeah, and people were freaking out, but what they didn't realise, just like I am here now, I was right next to the window, and you had the blinds. The wasp is near me, and I've got so many of the students now from the other side of the room freaking out. And then it flies around the room now, people ducking their heads, people like out the door, and the teacher's just there, just looking, being like... And I was just like, is no one going to do anything? I'm just here, just looking at the book, reading about corrosion or erosion of like cliff mountainsides. And then the wasp comes back to the window, and it's buzzing at the top of it, and I literally just leave my hand there. The wasp comes on my hand, I literally look at it like this. People are like moved 2-3 meters away from me at this point. There was a table on each side, around, behind me, in front, and the side. Those people moved. You can even hear the desk getting knocked. And then I just literally was like, oh, do we not have windows? And my lecturer was like, oh no, they don't open. So I was like, oh, okay. So I ended up going out the building. I literally walked out. And as I'm walking out, it's like, I felt like Moses, just the students parted ways as I walked out the whole building. I'm just there with a wasp. And I suppose the strangest part of that story is the fact that the wasp didn't move. It just was there. And I was looking at it, just walking. Then I went outside and went, and it flew away. And I went back in class and people were like, you're crazy. Like, you could have stung you. And it's like, I'm not allergic to them. Like, I'm okay. And yeah, like, just never really bothered me that much. I mean, like, obviously I'm sweating. There's obviously always nerves when it comes to anything because your mind still says, oh, it's creepy. But, yeah, I find it just fascinating. Like, the fact that it's just cleaning itself. Like, just doing that. I mean, I've never seen that before with a spider. And I suppose until you've been around maybe a tarantula or a spider this big, you wouldn't notice that. To be honest, most people are so freaked out they probably wouldn't even care. They'd just be like, kill it. Why? Like, it's not harming me. I mean, and even if it did, it's an animal. It hasn't got the same moral conscience as I have about what killing is. Like, what benefit does it really impose to me to just go, like, it doesn't. You know, I'm going to let this back out in the garden, and hopefully it has a meal today that's different from just sodium from my sweat. But yeah, I'm going to put it back in the garden now. But yeah, like, thanks for watching this far. Sorry if I cooked you out and that this might just seem very odd to you. But yeah, just comment below of what insects, animals you would enjoy that other people don't. But yeah, best of luck. I'll let this one say goodbye. Goodbye, YouTube people. Enjoy your day. Oh, there we are. He's talking. See, like that. Come on. You tell me that just that behaviour in itself isn't in itself fascinating. Right, I'm going to hold my hand steady here, just so you can get a good look. I mean, look at that. Like, I mean, I suppose I should come out a bit. I mean, that is fascinating. I'm not going to lie. I've never seen a spider do this. Yeah, I can't wait to, see what other kind of pets my neighbour decides to just knock on my door and tell me about. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of made my day because it just, I don't know, just reiterates the fascination I have with life, I suppose. Right? Just insects, arachnids, and all of the above. So yeah, enjoy your day. Good luck. Don't kill spiders just because you're afraid. I guess that's the message out of all of this. And yeah, peace. Get on then, mate.